We will do some programs using array. I've written some examples programs for which we need arrays, and first one of them is program to find the sum of n numbers. So we will do that first. You know that the starting line with a double slash means that the line is a comment. So I just written what the program does in the first line. Now we'll start the program. You all know that the first line is to include the standard IO library. It is done using #include std.h. Now we will save the program in the required folder. I will name the file as nsum.c, and then we will write the void main function. What are the variables we need for doing this program? We need a variable n to store, and then we need a variable for storing the n numbers, and that variable is an array. An array is declared with the name of the array followed by the size of the array in square bracket. So we will write it as A10, and we may need some other variables, but for now we will leave the line as now, and then we will go to the next line. First we need to ask the user how many numbers you want to enter. For that we will use a printf function, and we will write how many numbers, and then we will scan the variable %d and n. After getting n, we need to ask the user to enter those n numbers, enter %d numbers, and this %d should be replaced with n, because if we enter 5, then it should display enter 5 numbers. So we will put n here. Then we need a for loop to store the n numbers inside the array. The for loop has to go from 0 to n. So we'll start for I is equal to 0. So the variable I has to be declared. So the I is now declared, and then I equals 0, I less than n, because index starts at 0, and in the last number will be at n minus 1th index. Next we will increment I with 1, I plus plus. Inside the for loop we need to scan the number and put it inside the array. So scan of %d and a of I. Next we need to find the sum. So we need a variable to hold the value of sum, so we need a variable sum which we will initialize to 0. Again we need a for loop to go through the numbers inside the array. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Inside the for loop we need to find the sum equal to sum plus a of I. So when the for loop gets executed, we will have the sum in the variable sum. Each time a of I will be added to sum. Next we will print the sum. Sum is equal to %d sum. We will put /n to separate the lines. Save the program, take up the terminal, go to the folder where you have stored your program. Then compile the program, nsum.c, gcc -o nsum.c. There are no errors while compiling, so we will run the program. slash n sum. How many numbers is being asked? We will enter say 5, and 5 numbers are 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. You can see the sum is 65. We can do one more thing. We can reduce the number of lines in the program by placing the 18th line, that is sum is equal to sum plus a of I, and put it below the 13th line, so that we will do both the scanning and finding the sum in the single for loop, so we can avoid the second for loop. You can see the number of lines has been reduced now. If we save the program and run the program again with the new changes, we will get the correct answer again. 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You will see the sum as 15.